And so many productions have been produced and staged all over the world, and I think it's also been translated in different languages. And it's fantastic that Atlantis' 20th season, 20th anniversary, it coincides with Sweeney Todd's 40th. So this became the company's season ender, and I'm so happy that in just a little over a week, audiences in Manila will get to meet these people, and they're despicable people, but so much fun to play.
You're gonna play the character of Mrs. Lovett.
Mrs. Lovett.
Can you tell us something about kung ano po yung character niya?
Well, Mrs. Lovett actually owns a small meat pie shop.
Okay.
Parang glorified empanada yung mga ginagawa niya. So it's like a meat pie. Like a chicken pot pie, things like that. So that's what she makes. But times are hard at this part of history in England, and she's not able to make delicious pies at all. As in, you have to have strong teeth in order to bite down. It's just crusting and lard and walang laman, bale, her pies. And then she hits upon the idea to start using the meat of people to use the pies. So Sweeney starts to kill people, and then she bakes the bodies into pies. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
There's not a spoiler. I mean, if you can watch the movie, there are bootlegs, I think, of previous productions. It's a well-known, 40 years pa naman. I mean, you can't conceal any part of it anymore. So she hits upon this idea, and then how prosperity changes her, but for the longest time, she's also obsessively in love with Sweeney. And so there are so many points in the story and in the script where we get to see that, and playing somebody obsessively in love with this man. It's been interesting to play and a lot of fun. And I've had to do a little bit of research, watching a few movies where there's a female character that's obsessed with a man. I mean, things like Fatal Attraction, things like Misery.
Right.
So it's like those were really eye-opening and amazing inspirations to draw from for this.
How does it feel working with Mr. Pangan in this?
Oh my God, his voice is so unique.
Okay.
As in, I've never heard anybody sing like him, and I've traveled the world. I've not heard anyone that sings even close to that. It's a very unique instrument, and it's one that is perfect for this score. And he uses he uses that full range and texture and sound that he produces so effectively as Sweeney. And he is terrifying. There is one song that he does called Epiphany, which is the second to the last song in the first half. And it's when Sweeney starts to realize that yes, he is going to get his revenge, but he's going to start killing a lot of people. And he says things to the effect that not even how many throats that I slash will be able to make me feel like I've avenged my wife and my daughter. So there's that. So you see him transform into this bloodthirsty human. And I get to be like maybe 5 feet away from him as it's happening and watching him as dictated by the script. So I get to just sit there and be a Jet Pangan fan for like 2 or 3 minutes and just, while still in character, appreciate what this actor is able to do and the emotions he is able to portray and the voice that comes out of that body. It's just, I'm like, I am lucky that he's looking at me with those demented eyes. I'm extremely fortunate to get to work with him. And Bobby and I were trying to figure out who to cast for this when we were having initial discussions, and we both said, you know what, there's no one else that can do this but him.
Miss Lea, kasi ginawa na rin ito sa Hollywood ang ginampalan siya ni Johnny Depp, right?
Johnny Depp did it in the movie with Helena Bonham Carter.
Pareho
my-
lang po ba may mga pagkakaiba po ba? Or si...
I mean, there are things that had to be edited out for the film because how film is structured versus how theater is structured. There will be differences naman talaga in how things are executed. So we're sticking to how has always been done theatrically, as far as the sequence of how scenes go. And there are things that work amazingly for the film, but there are things that can only work amazingly for the musical on stage. So we're doing it how it is normally done on stage. But I've seen I've seen a couple of productions of Sweeney, and I mean ours is going to be radically different, but it still follows the rules that Sweeney lays out.
Ma'am,